Hello. Welcome back to a new video. For today's video, before we start that, Happy New Year. I don't know when I'm gonna upload this video. So if you have not seen it by New Year or so in the week of New Year, Happy New Year. I hope you have a beautiful year, a wonderful, happy year, like I'm gonna have, inshallah. So thank y'all so much for supporting this channel. We're almost at 2,000. So stop being a kid and stop being mean to me and subscribe. We're so close. We're like, what, 700 subscribers away? We could do that by like March, bro. We could do that by February, bro. You people just don't want to see a brother win, you know. It's all good though. It's all good, you know. For today's video, we got Ultimate NBA Trivia Quiz for 2020. Okay, whatever.
Hey, what's up,
Let's just
YouTube? It's question to the no road. Let's get straight on. C. Jace here. NBA players do. Let's get straight on into the quiz. So for question number 1, we have what NBA player scored the most points in a single game this year? A.
So by the way, this is last year. I think I'm pretty sure this is last year. Because if it's this year, I'm pretty sure it's Steph Curry. I'm just gonna say Curry.
Steph Curry. B. Bradley Beal. C.
Curry.
Jason Tatum. Or D. Kevin Durant.
Now
I do recommend to pause the video when I do finish reading off the answer choices, just because I'm not going to give you guys a ton of built-in time in the video to answer the question, so make sure to pause the video and think about your answer. And the correct answer was actually A. It is Steph Curry. Steph dropped 62 points in one game this year. That is the most in the entire NBA. He did that very early on in the season. I'm sure a lot of you guys remember that against the... Moving on, was it A, the Thunder, the worst record in the 2021 NBA season? Was it A, the Thunder, B, the Pistons, C, the Rockets, or D, the Timberwolves? Once again, I do recommend pausing the video.
I feel like it's Pistons, right? It's gotta be. They had the first round pick this year. It's gotta be the Pistons.
If you need more time to think, but the correct answer is C. The Houston Rockets had the worst record in the NBA.
Oh, wow.
And that was definitely shocking to me, just because, again, they had James Harden to start the year, but it was who averaged the most question on the list. We have who averaged the most assists per game during the regular season.
I think was it
A, James Harden, B, Russell Westbrook, C, LeBron James, or D, Trae Young?
I swear, wasn't this like, who was it? Like Chris Paul? I swear it was Chris Paul. I know it ain't Harden. I know it ain't Trae Young. So it's either Bron or Westbrook. And I'm leaning towards LeBron, because this guy is a turnover machine. So Bron.
The correct answer is B. Russell Westbrook averaged the most assists. It was 11.7 assists per game. Just absolutely insane that he's becoming the triple-double king. You have who led to step up his game later on in the NBA in three-point percentage?
Who led the NBA in three-point percentage? I think that was Duncan Robinson, right? Or did he did it last year? Or is it Joe Harris? I'm gonna say Joe Harris.
B. Duncan Robinson. C. Buddy Hield. Or D. Damian Lillard. The correct answer was A. Joe Harris led the NBA in three-point percentage for his second season. I'm pretty sure he shot like 47.5%. He's always been one of the best from that great in the NBA playoffs.
I'm skipping.
Moving on to the fifth question on the quiz, we have what team had the highest defensive rating during the regular season? Was it A. the New York Knicks, B. the Utah Jazz, C. the Miami Heat, or D. the LA Lakers? Now the correct answer was the Lakers. Now this was surprising to me, just because they missed LeBron James and Anthony Davis for a large portion of the season. But definitely credit where credit is due. Frank Vogel, one of the best defensive coaches in the NBA, had the Lakers at the #1 defensive rating spot for pretty much the entire NBA season. Even when AD and LeBron were out, they were always one of the best defenses the entire year. The offense really held them back though, and that was why they lost in the first round to the Phoenix Suns. Moving on to question 6, we have who led the NBA in free throw percentage? Was it A, Jordan Clarkson, B,
Harden,
James Harden, C, Chris Paul, or D, Kyrie Irving? As always, pause the video if you wish, but the correct answer is C, Chris Paul. He led the NBA in free throw percentage at 93.4%.
No, I was thinking about the wrong thing.
Jordan Clarkson was actually leading. He was at like 97% or something, something crazy, but Chris 93%, definitely a crazy once again from the free throw. The next question on the quiz is question number 7, and that is, who averaged the most blocks per game in the regular season? Was it A, Miles Turner, B, Rudy Gobert, C, Anthony Davis, or D, Clint Capella?
Oh, because if it was AD, I think he would have won Defensive Player of the Year. So it's gotta be Gobert.
Now, the correct answer was actually A, Miles Turner. Even though he was injured for a large portion of the season, Miles Turner averaged 3.4 blocks a game. Definitely one of the highest I've ever seen in recent years. He did not make an all-defensive team, though, and he was actually mad at that. I'm pretty sure he talked about it on social media. He wanted to be on an all-defensive team. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. But again, 3.4 blocks a game is definitely a very high number. He's a great young player, one of the best rim protectors in the NBA, and I would not be shocked if Miles Turner is traded sooner rather than later. Coming up next is question number 8, and that is, how many teams were swept during the 2021 NBA playoffs? And just to clarify, this can be in any round. So if a team was swept in the conference finals, that still counts towards the total number of sweeps. And we have A, 0 sweeps, B, 1, C, 2, or D, 3 teams.
Let's see here. I'm gonna say 2.
Teams were swept. Again, you can pause the video, but the correct answer was C.
Yes,
2 NBA teams were swept during this playoff run. It was the Denver Nuggets and the Miami Heat, of course. The Denver Nuggets being swept in round number 2 versus Phoenix Suns, and the Miami Heat were swept by the now NBA champion Milwaukee Bucks in the first round. I'm actually surprised that only 2 teams were swept. I would have thought there would be at least like 3 or 4 teams swept because of all the injuries, but again, only the Nuggets and Heat were swept. Obviously, if the Denver Nuggets had Jamal Murray, that series could have gone either way. In my opinion, the Nuggets could have won, but I think the Suns probably would have still got the W. But again, Jamal Murray would have changed everything, but it is what it is. The Nuggets and the Heat were swept. Moving on to question number 9, we have, how many 7-game series were there in the 2021 NBA playoffs? How many series?
Game 7. I know there was one in the conference finals between the Nuggets, what do you call it? The Bucks and the, what do you call them? What is it? The Nets. I know that was one. Another one was Clippers, Suns. I think that's 2. Another one was. Oh, I don't know. Another one that went to a game 7. Yeah, I'm gonna say 2.
Actually went the distance. How many actually had a game 7 played? We have either A, 2, B, 3, C, 4, or D, 5, and the correct answer is B. 3 series went 7 games in these playoffs, and that was the Clippers versus the Mavericks in round 1, and the Clippers ended up winning that game 7. We had the Philadelphia 76ers versus the Atlanta Hawks. That was in the second round, and the Atlanta Hawks ended up winning that. And then we had the Milwaukee Bucks versus the Brooklyn Nets in the second round as well, and we all know the Milwaukee Bucks ended up winning that one in 7. We definitely had some great basketball during the Bucks versus the Brooklyn Nets, the Atlanta Hawks, Mavericks in round 1, and the Clippers ended up winning that game 7. We definitely had some great game 7s, and honestly that number's a little bit high to me. I thought there was going to be like 1 or 2 game 7s, but 3 is a great number. The more game 7s, the better, and there were 3 of them in the 2021 NBA playoffs: Sixers Hawks, Clippers Mavericks, and Bucks Nets. Moving on to the 10th and final question of this quiz. I definitely hope you guys have been keeping track of how many questions you've gotten right, but this final question is, who scored the most points total during the 2021 NBA playoffs? Was it A, Devin Booker, B,
it's Giannis.
Chris Middleton?
I think he averaged like 28, right? 28 points a game.
C, Paul George, or D, Giannis Antetokounmpo. And the correct answer is D. Giannis Antetokounmpo scored the most points in the 2021 playoffs. It was very close. Devin Booker scored a ton of points as well, and Chris Middleton was actually up there as well. But Giannis is the My NBA quiz for the 2021 NBA season, and it was a 10-question quiz. Definitely comment down below, what did you get on this quiz? 10 out of 10 on this quiz, because I feel like a lot of times these quizzes are either way too easy. So I hope this was a 1,000 subscriber uploads.
Shout out to my guy, man. I forgot his channel, but I'll make sure I put it in the description. I think I got 5 out of 10. So yeah, let me know what you got in the comments right now. Bye.